Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here for a very special hop and also for Scrap Timber Day 28. Today's Scrap Timber 2024 prompt is stitching. And so I am actually going to stitch on this layout. I probably would have done faux stitching, except we are celebrating the one and only paper snob, which is Sarah, who is one of my favorite people, not just in the scrappy world, but just in the world in general. And she sent me these two pictures in a birthday card, and she documented these two pictures on a layout she did last month, I believe. And so for her hop, she wants us to do stitching, use our favorite color, put on some buttons, use the September Counterfeit Kit Challenge mood board, and add some flowers. So I have the things to do some stitching. I've got some mixed media, which I also know she loves. I've got flowers. I'm going to use 49 Market's Ocean. I've got the 6x8 paper pad, and then of course some papers, which already have flowers on them. I have the laser die acetate pieces, some other laser cut stuff, and some frames. And I have no clue what I'm doing at this moment, like while this is recording. So, I got my papers, my embellishments, my pictures, mixed media, stitching prompts, all the challenges, and the recipes. So let's see how this goes. So I start with this paper that already has flowers on it. So I've already got one thing under control. I am adding more, but I already have at least one thing taken care of. So I'm going to use these two colors of Distress Oxide by Tim Holtz. And this one is Mermaid Lagoon. And then the next one is Cracked Pistachio. And that is one of my absolute favorite colors. So now I have two of her recipe items taken care of. And so I am using my Stampin' Up! Little punch and a guide that my friend Julie gave me, which makes my lines straight, which is great because I can't draw a straight line. I don't know how I would make little holes. But anyway, I make this cross pattern, almost like I'm making a present. And I still really don't have any clue what I'm doing. But, it's fine. I don't know where I'm going with this whole layout. I'm just kind of winging it, which is the way I go. So you can see the little holes where I've punched them. And then I put a little line of them down here right above this little, these little doodaddies down here at the bottom. I took the yellow and a blue and made the stitching go all the way down in that, like I said, like a present. And then I stitch right above where those little rectangles are hanging in the bottom right corner, and it makes it look like they're hanging off that stitching. So I found this little bow in the collection. I thought I'd put it right here in the middle where the two connect, and so it kind of makes it look like a little gift, which Tara is definitely a gift for me. And I pulled things from this collection. So this is a frame. It's got stitching on it, like faux stitching. And so I cut it in half, at the corners. And then I'm just putting it in the top left and the bottom right corner. It adds more of the stitching concept, kind of brings this collection or the layout, in instead of doing a fully matted layout. I considered originally taking this Counterfeit Challenge blog mood board, that's what kind of gave me my inspiration for my layout, honestly. And my original plan was to pretty much do that, but with the paper that I selected, it had the flowers in the bottom, and I did not want to go all the way down with the mixed media, so I just did it up at the top to kind of cover that empty space up there. And then I do flick the Cracked Pistachio in the bottom right corner and the Mermaid Lagoon in the bottom, in the top right left corner. Gosh, you all. I do know my left from my right, I promise. So I just put these two pictures down, and the pictures, the part I'm covering is just things that she did a screenshot from my YouTube channel. So it's not like I needed to worry about what it was covering. So I get that down on there. I did want to leave it to where you could see that she's subscribed to my channel, obviously, because she's one of my biggest supporters. And this is how we met, is through scrapbooking and YouTube videos, because I was invited to join the Scrap Love Crafternoon clan a couple years ago. And then a few months later, she was invited to join as well because we have mutual scrappy friends. And it just started from there because she was moving to Kentucky, which is where I live, with her husband. And so we just started chatting, and our scrappy styles are in ways similar and in ways very different. And we just formed this really strong connection and talk every single day via text, usually, occasionally a very overdue FaceTime chat. But she is busy and out of town this weekend while I am recording this, which of course is 2 weeks earlier than this video is going up. So now I'm adding my buttons. There were buttons in this collection, which made it even better. I'd like to say that I thought of that before I selected this collection. I didn't. It was a happenstance. And so I pull 3 of the little buttons and add it to the little. Only one of these is really a button. The other 2 are kind of like, they look like buttons that didn't get holes drilled into them. But I thought they kind of go along with everything. They match the button that I put down right in the middle of her picture. And I thought it would be just fine and dandy. So I'm just kind of getting those attached with the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. And then I add some florals to the top and the bottom. I add some of the little acetate leaves and some butterflies. And then I've got like this label and then this little journaling space. And she journals on all her layouts, and she writes quite a bit. Like, I'll write a little sometimes and sometimes more often. But I journal on here and just write, how lucky I am to have found her and what an amazing scrappy friend she is, who's very encouraging. But it's not just her friendship and her from scrapbooking and the inspiration gives me there, but she's a constant friend and is full of kindness and love. And she is one of a kind. And then I write over here on the other little label, it just says, I love her so much, and I love that we make a point of making it weird. Because she sent me a thing once on one of the many platforms we talk on that said something about tell your friends you love them and make it weird. So that's what we do. We make a point of making it weird. And then up here on the little tab at the top of my picture, I just wrote 1000 with a bunch of exclamation points and a heart, because this is me documenting the fact that while the picture she sent me does not have that she's at 1,000, she is now, obviously, or we wouldn't be doing 1,000 subscriber hop for her. But I wanted to use these pictures because they're the ones she sent me. And so it makes it even more special. And then after that, I pulled some Tim Holtz wordy bits, and I put on here, do what you love what you do. Obviously, Tara and I both love scrapbooking. And then I put creativity takes courage. And then down the bottom, I put one that says lucky is a state of mind, which, And then the other thing that I put on here, right on her picture, says you fill my heart, which she does. She fills my heart with so much joy. And she is such a kind and lovely soul. I love to watch her create. She does a lot of stitching, a lot of mixed media. She is very detail oriented, and I just adore how much she encourages people to create and try new things. And I love our friendship. It means so much to me, and I do not know what I would do without her. So anyway, here's the close-up of my layout. If you have not already followed, subscribed, and watched videos that she creates, please go over to the Paper Snob and follow along, subscribe, like her videos. She's just really inspirational, honestly, and just a wonderful person. And I hope that you will go check out the Scraptimber 2024 hop and prompts. Every day we get a new prompt, and the Scrappy Sisters are amazing, and I appreciate them because they gave me so much encouragement this year. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.